Husband vs. Son-in-law. I live in the US. I, 47F, was diagnosed with a brain tumor in April. It was big, squishing my brain to one side, and was life-threatening but not malignant. My husband, 41M, and I have a son, 7M, who is level 3 autistic. He requires extensive support and is nonverbal. So we knew that this whole process would be difficult to manage with him and all my consults and appointments, surgery, and convalescence. My daughter, 27F, lives in the Netherlands with her husband. When we told her about my tumor, she made plans to fly back to the States to help us for 3 weeks. We desperately needed that help, so we accepted gratefully, paid for her plane ticket, and got her over here. Her husband gave her a hard time about it from the start. She and he work for his parents in their restaurant, unpaid, it's expected as filial duty. The restaurant was busy, and there was a festival coming up that would increase visitors. He didn't want her going and, if she had to go, didn't want her to stay the 3 weeks. But she said she was gonna, and came. A few days into her visit, as we were driving an hour to and from the city where my hospital was every day, meeting the specialists, getting ready for surgery, he called and lambasted her for leaving. When she didn't immediately promise to come back, he threatened suicide. Obviously this totally rocked her, adding to the stress of her mom having a serious medical issue. She was a mess. She finally promised to come back in 2 weeks instead of 3. That really muddled the plans for my recovery, but we let it go because we had so much to worry about already. Cutting a week off wasn't acceptable to my SIL, because then he called and said he'd injured his back moving furniture. She was sympathetic, but still said she was staying 2 weeks. A couple days before my surgery, my SIL started sending me and my husband messages via WhatsApp. He accused us of financially ruining him and my daughter because they would be stuck with medical debt from my tumor. We patiently explained that A, my insurance was covering everything, and B, even if it wasn't, the debt would go to my husband, not my kid. We showed him the billing statements to prove not a cent was owed. He then switched tactics and said we were bad parents for stressing my daughter out so much. He got increasingly meaner and more personal in his accusations, all of them absolutely ridiculous, still insisting that my tumor would lead to he and my daughter in abject poverty for the rest of their lives. It was stunningly bizarre. My husband was livid. He told my SIL that to be so unkind to us and his own wife, while the family was going through something so scary and difficult, was unconscionable, and that he should be supporting our daughter when she's so worried about her mom, not actively making things worse for all of us. It was a bad day. Nothing got resolved. Surgery went fine, daughter went home early, we managed. Now, I'm planning a vacation for the family next year, and, as you might guess, my husband refuses to have SIL with us. I haven't brought it up to my daughter, but I know it'll break her heart, and I fully expect she'll not want to go on the trip without her husband. I rarely see my daughter, maybe once every couple of years. I want so desperately to do this vacation with her. But I truly don't think my husband is gonna budge on having SIL with us.